Coronation Street Christmas and New Year spoilers, your day-through-day manual with wedding ceremony drama for Debbie Webster. Everything you want to recognize from Coronation Street this Christmas time. A Coronation Street wedding ceremony seldom is going smoothly, and Debbie Webster's large day isn't any exception. In fact, searching on the spoilers, it appears our Debs is probably taking walks down the aisle toward a vehicle crash in place of a honeymoon. Together along with her brother at conflict with the groom and a bag of stolen coins with inside the boot. Following his mum's death, Carl prepares to escape together along with his sister's tough-earned coins. However, companion Abby is warm on his heels. Abby Webster has a nostril for hassle. She's been insufficient of it herself, so Carl underestimates her at his peril. Prior to that, Christmas is specially eventful for the Driscoll extended family as Maggie threatens to reveal Eva Price's secrets. The Rovers' return goes to be a battlefield, and Maggie is bringing the heavy artillery. Evelyn Plummer makes a terrible discovery with inside the ginnel, and Becky Swain devises a malicious plan. Here's the whole lot we recognize. It really is occurring among Monday 22nd December and Friday 2nd January. Coronation Street episode manual for Christmas and New Year. Monday 22nd December, hour-lengthy episode at 8 p.m. As Carl transfers cash from Debbie's account to his own, she ignores any other textual content from his mum Elaine. Debbie thinks she's marrying a reformed character. However, Carl is robbing her blind proper below her nostril. It is despicable behavior. Ronnie well-known shows that her buddies have organized a foul party. However, she's much less than enthused and has to place on a courageous face. He heads off on his stag do, and well-known shows to the men that he is given an appointment with a solicitor to get energy of legal professional over Debbie's finances. This is chilling. He is the usage of her dementia prognosis to strip her of the whole lot. Carl masks his frustration and later, after receiving a troubling Telecel smartphone call, Abby rushes after him. Meanwhile, sparked through Susie's choice to have an infant sibling, Ben proposes the concept of getting a toddler to Eva and she's rattled. Maggie's hobby is piqued while Carl tells Maggie that he discovered Eva's credit score card in one of the Chariot Square rooms. Maggie Driscoll would not want a motive to hate Eva. However, this offers her ammunition. Luckily, Ben rushes to her defense and explains that Will had taken his female friend there and had used the cardboard to pay for the suite. Eva is tearful and heads out to the beer garden, in which Adam gives a shoulder to cry on. She hates herself for mendacity to Ben, and he reassures her that she had no choice. What are the pair hiding? Whatever it is, Adam Barlow is involved, because of this that it is messy. Elsewhere, Lisa gets a textual content from Carla pronouncing that she desires to be eliminated from number 6's mortgage. Earlier than searching at a picture graph on her socials that she's published of her sipping a cocktail. It's all too convenient, isn't always it? Carla would not simply reduce ties through textual content. Costello's situation is improving, plenty to Becky's annoyance, and makes her manner to the medical institution as he is being escorted to a rehab clinic. She flashes Lisa's police badge on the porter, declaring that she'll take him from there. Impersonating a police officer to abduct a patient, Becky has formerly long gone rogue. Plus, Shona and David attend an antenatal elegance and he manages to offend the teacher. At the same time as Asha meets her supervisor. Christmas Eve, Wednesday 24th December 30th minute episode at 8:40 p.m. Becky wishes Lisa to place her drama to one facet and experience Christmas. Supplying to rub down the anxiety in her neck. When she starts off Evolve to kiss her, how will Lisa respond? This predatory intimacy is tough to watch. Luckily for the Swaller fans, Lisa appears dedicated to getting her courting with Carla lower back on the right track and sends her a textual content to mention how plenty she loves her. Across the road, Adam encourages Eva to put in writing down her emotions in a letter to vent how dissatisfied she is. Adam, Chuck, in no way write something down in a soap. Alia walks in on them and he speedy thrusts a jewelry field into Eva's hand, pronouncing that it is her Christmas gift and he would not need her to peer it. Maggie is intrigued, and rifles via Eva's handbag, She's dissatisfied to discover it is a necklace engraved with Alia's name. However, simply as she places the present lower back into the field, she unearths the letter and comes to a decision to apply it in opposition to Eva inviting Adam and Alia for Christmas dinner. The lure is set. Maggie goes to serve up humiliation along the sprouts. Meanwhile, Carl receives under the influence of alcohol and sends a textual content to James. He later explains that it became spurred on from a few lousy news. However, James threatens to inform Abby. At the Nook store flat, Todd isn't always searching ahead to Christmas, however is thankful to be lower back running with George. Theo says that he has invited all of us for the large day. However, expects Todd to do all the cooking. It's traditional coercive manipulate, isolate him, weigh down him, and set him as much as fail. Sally takes her unhappy Brody, Joni and Shanice to the jail gates to preserve a banner up in the front of a safety digital digicam for Lou with inside the desire that she'll see it. Shanice is delighted to choose up the Telecell smartphone and listen from her mum. A tearjerker second amidst the chaos. Christmas Day, Thursday 25th December, hour-lengthy episode at 7:15 p.m. When Daniel and Bertie arrive on the pub with a present for Megan, Maggie insists that they live for lunch plenty to Will's fury. Alia is delighted together along with her present from Adam and the proposal that they flow in together. At the same time as Eva realizes that her letter is missing. He takes her through the hand in and tries to reassure her. However, Ben walks in and clocks their intimacy. Tensions upward thrust across the dinner table, and topics best accentuate whilst Maggie provides her son with a malicious secret Santa present. The silence whilst Ben opens that present may be deafening. Over the road, Lisa is compelled to place on a courageous face whilst Becky kisses the returned of her neck at some point of the existing opening. She's involved whilst Roy texts to mention that Carla in no way checked into her Lanzarote hotel. If Roy is worried, we ought to all be panicked. Meanwhile, Carl proposes a few festive a laugh with James whilst Abby takes Alfie to go to Kevin. The guys experience a morning of passion, unaware that she is making an attempt to attain Carl to mention that she's eager to get home. Carl gambling away on Christmas morning is a brand new low. Elsewhere, George, Christina, Summer and Glenda head to the Nook store flat to have Christmas lunch with Todd and Theo. Things get off to a horrific begin whilst Summer presents Todd a few tickets to an Andrew Scott retrospective as she is aware of he has continually fancied him. Something which starts off evolved to enrage Theo. Theo's jealousy is irrational and dangerous. A sport of charades receives beneath Neath Way. Theo loses his mood and smashes a wine glass. The birthday celebration is over. The masks has slipped. Plus, David is saddened that a gift from Gail has long gone missing.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.
Boxing Day, Friday 26th December 30th minute episode at 7 p.m. The occasions of Christmas Day take their toll at the citizens, with Evelyn creating a terrible discovery with inside the ginnel. She reveals one nearby badly beaten and left for dead. Who is it, Eva, Maggie, or has Becky claimed every other sufferer? Elsewhere, Theo surprises Todd with a mini break, something he is overjoyed approximately. However, matters flip bitter while he realizes that it clashes with the occasion that Summer booked for him. It's now no longer a treat, it is a manner to preserve him far from his buddies. Monday 29th December 30th minute episode at 8 p.m. Kit is suspicious while Sarah says that Carla hasn't answered to any of her emails. He takes it upon himself to browse through her diary. Kit is eventually piecing the puzzle together. At the bistro, the citizens are accumulating for George and Glenda's joint birthday celebration. Nick shows to Todd that they move for a run together. However, Theo is not inspired while Sarah drops the bombshell that he changed into Todd's first crush. Theo gives to move and get a cake for the celebration, and Billy watches on, concerned, as he steers Todd in the direction of the door for them to leave. At the cake shop, he berates Todd for flirting with Nick, after which drives off without him. Leaving Todd stranded is an energy pass designed to make him sense small and dependent. Meanwhile, Will encourages Ben to construct bridges with Maggie. 11 though suspects that his son has been positioned as much as the act with the aid of using his mum. Later, Maggie confesses that she changed into incorrect to have a move at Eva. Don't consider a phrase of it, Eva. Tuesday 30th December 30th minute episode at 8 p.m. Becky's desperation grows as she pushes on together along with her plan to escape to Spain with Lisa and Betsy. Meanwhile, with Theo attempting his utmost to return back among Todd and Billy, is his abuse approximately to be exposed? Maggie gives Eva a half-hearted apology, and the Driscolls surprise whether or not they could pass forward. Elsewhere, Abby breaks right all the way down to Tracy, admitting that she's apprehensive that her courting will result in heartbreak. Abby's intestine intuition is screaming at her. Following his selection to bypass his physio session, Evelyn wonders whether or not Tyrone's scared to try to walk. New Year's Eve, Wednesday 31st December hour-lengthy episode at 8 p.m. Kit asks Asher to dig round for statistics together along with her colleagues, hoping that Costello referred to any unique phrases while delivered into health center. She famous that he saved repeating 3 precise terms, and Kit involves the realization that it is a what 3 phrases vicinity reference. Smart police paintings at last. Meanwhile, Billy asks Alia approximately the home abuse that Yasmin suffered while she changed into married to Jeff, and a way to spot the signs. Todd joins him, George, Christina and Summer for beverages with inside the Rovers. Virtually frightened approximately something. Billy is connecting the dots. He is aware of something is incorrect with Todd. Elsewhere, Carl needs to mention goodbye to Mum Elaine on the Chapel of Relaxation, and Ronnie gives to go together with him after listening to that they struggled to bond while he changed into a child. When Carl explains that he reveals it tough to like as an adult. Ronnie questions his dedication to Abby. Ryan is harassed while Bill is chased up on the hotel. And he quickly realizes that every one of the Chariot Square passwords were changed. Is this a part of Carl's scam? Plus, Tyrone hobbles into the Rovers on his crutches for New Year's beverages to a spherical of applause. 11 though Kevin sits by myself with a dark appearance on his face. New Year's Day, Thursday the 1st of January hour-lengthy episode at 8 p.m. Kit visits Costello at health center and explains that he located the empty flat and is aware of that it belongs to him. When he leaves, Becky famous herself and thank you Costello for now no longer losing her in it. Becky lurking with inside the shadows proves she is continually one step ahead. Lisa explains that she's organized to transport to Spain together along with her family. However, needs to inform Carla face to face. Becky makes a decision it is time to hurry up her operation. With frightening effects. Horrifying effects typically method a person is getting hurt. Meanwhile, Todd issues while Billy and Summer unexpectedly drop with the aid of using. Theo starts to quiz Billy approximately the parishioner who's struggling home abuse. And it turns into obvious that his recreation may be up. When they leave, Todd falls sufferer to Theo's vile abuse again. While he blames his companion for inflicting him to lose his temper, Todd seizes the possibility to hurry out of the flat, later taking note of a voicemail message from Theo pronouncing that he cannot endure to stay without him. It is the conventional cycle of abuse, violence accompanied with the aid of using determined declarations of love. Debbie is touched while Sally organizes a pre-wedding ceremony pamper birthday celebration at number 4. She tells her buddies that she needs Kevin might allow move of his grudge in the direction of Carl for her unique day. And Sally makes a decision to have a phrase together along with her ex-hubby. Fired up following their conversation, Kevin needs a phrase with Carl. Go on, Kev. Elsewhere, Shona suffers a twinge and struggles to breathe, with David taking her to the health center. Friday 2nd January hour-lengthy episode at 8 p.m. Debbie is involved but her damaged glasses are a horrific omen on her wedding ceremony day. In Corrie, a horrific omen generally method disaster. Bernie guarantees that she'll discover some things so as to carry her a few appropriate luck. However, while the visitors clear out into the venue, they are nowhere to be seen. The educate leaves for the right and Asher tells Amy that she's stopped taking her antidepressants. at the same time as Tracy kicks off with Cassie for cozying as much as her daughter. Prior to her arrival on the wedding ceremony, Abby reveals a bag of coins in Carl's car. The penny drops when they pull as much as the hotel. She opens the boot and discovers the cash has long gone missing. She's speedy famous to Kevin that she thinks Carl is making plans to do a runner. Luckily, Debbie in the end arrives and makes a grand entrance. Nicely aware about a few underlying anxiety among Kevin and Carl, she orders them to stop. However, while Kev stands as much as make his speech, will he spoil the whole lot or will he store his sister from a conman? Everyone sits down for dinner and Todd by chance spills juice down his shirt. Theo tells him to move and rinse it, and Billy follows him to the bathrooms in which he notices a sequence of bruises on his body. This is the moment. The proof Billy wishes to store Todd is proper there. Meanwhile, earlier than leaving the country, Lisa arms Sarah an envelope containing Carla's engagement ring. Becky tells her ex-spouse that it is excellent they remove their telephones for protection reasons, and that she'll purchase all of them new ones earlier than they go away for the ferry. No telephones, leaving the country, and Carla missing. Lisa is strolling right into a trap, and I worry she may not recognize it till it is too late.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.